Well, that really is disgusting. Fuck you, Vavak, wherever you are. I was at the Mint Master's place.
Hold on. Everybody should be hearing this. Well, how did it go? Do you have the key?
Aye, I've got it. But it stinks a bit.
Quel puanteur! Put it away unless you want to see my breakfast.
And what about the Mint Master? Will he help us out?
Vavak got out of the town. But in his house, I met Christian of Pisek, the steward of the Italian court. He promised to help us if we get in a tight spot.
Can we trust him?
I think so. He owes me. But he's afraid they'd know if he was involved.
Did he tell you anything interesting?
The commander of the Italian court is a native Italian. If we're going to be convincing, we'll have to be damn cautious and hope the legate doesn't say anything he shouldn't. Let's pray Godwin can keep it under control.
I'm not one to boast, you know, but few people can match my gift for languages. It would be a sin not to use it. Sono un buon gustaio. Le donne qui sono bellissime. E il vino è delizioso.
Forget it. That face of yours is known all over town. You'll stand at the back and try to be invisible.
But Godwin could surely benefit from some Italian lessons.
I would rather teach a horse the basse danse.
That's all he told me.
Let's get to the point. We must have everything ready before Catherine returns from Loretz, especially the way through to the court.
I should say so. If I'm going to send my men, I have to know exactly where the way through is to be made.
That'll be your job, Henry. And Brabant's going with you.
Excuse-moi? Why should I?
Because you've been telling us you know the Kuttenberg underground like the back of your hand.
And I do, but not firsthand. Only from mind maps and drawings. Nobody will let men of my standing enter those moldy shafts.
Where are the others, anyway? Kubienka, Ada, and Janos.
They heard there was work to be done, so they left à l'anglaise.
Did you do the work of 3, eh? At least with your mouth.
They're getting some wagons so we can move the silver. If Pisak wasn't lying, there's quite a hole there.
What exactly are we supposed to do in that cellar?
Get as far as you can, and mark the spot where Brabant's men will start digging.
I see. Why do I feel like that sounds a bit too easy?
Well, we have no idea what's really down there, so you'd better have a weapon handy.
Come now, surely you do not mean...
Rutard's daughter will tell you more. She came up with this part of the plan.
If Brabant doesn't want to go into the tunnels, I'll go with someone else.
With Ruthard's daughter, eh? One night wasn't enough for you.
I meant with somebody like Sam. He knows his way around the town underground too.
Oui. That is a good idea.
Why not? Maybe the cold down there will cool his hot head.
What will you lot do in the meantime?
We'll be doing the planning. We've got to bring those captured Italians to the Devil's Den somehow. They'll just sit tight till we give them back their legate, and then we'll let them all go.
The main thing is keeping Godwin away from the booze. Or we'll have no way of talking to the gents from Rome.
are brothers.
Did he tell you that, or did you figure that out yourself?
Stop with the mockery and answer when a nobleman asks you something.
But of course. Forgive me my insolence, my lord. Martin was my father and his stepfather. That's about it. There's no common blood.
Well, you'd better not forget that then.
And what exactly is this noble gentleman so worried about? Does it bother you that you no longer have Henry all to yourself to push around?
Tribe like that isn't even worthy of an answer.
I'm going to go explore the underground passages that lead to the Italian court. Can you tell me more about them?
What exactly would you like to know?
What was the tunnel to the crypt used for?
It's a safe route for anyone who wants to disappear undetected. Just like the one we took to get here.
Has anyone ever used it?
No one that I know of. The servants used it to dispose of waste.
Waste? What kind?
It leads from the kitchen, so I'm sure you can imagine. Bones, scraps, slops.
Oh, wonderful. Where exactly are the tunnels?
They run under most of Italian Street. Some are remnants of the original mine gallery, but other parts are much more recent. So far, only the section from Ruttard Palace to the crypt under the church is accessible.
Well, the church is quite a long way from the court. If the tunnel has collapsed anywhere, we're out of luck.
Right. But the tunnels were checked properly before they started building the church. If some part collapsed, we'd be the first to know.
Tell me more about this mine gallery.
It's been abandoned for years, but we could use it. According to the drawings, it's very close to the court cellars. Christian of Pisek confirmed it.
That's a very strange coincidence.
My father said King Wenceslas had long suspected he had enemies among his own ranks. Maybe he had an escape route built. He just didn't finish it in time.
What exactly am I supposed to be looking for down there? What are we searching for?
We need to find and mark the point where the crypt wall joins with the tunnel. When we break through the wall, only a thin partition will be between us and the cellars of the Italian court.
But how will I know I've found the right place?
You can tell if there's a cavity behind the wall by the sound it makes. The gallery is also damp, so the spot might be a different colour.
So, I'll be knocking on the walls in the dark and looking to see if any is a different shade.
Well, yes. Pretty much.
Thanks for the advice. Anything else I should know?
Be careful. Come back in one piece.
I'll do my best.
Morning, Henry.
It appears we're supposed to go and mark the path for carrying out the silver.
I thought you were going with Brabant. He boasted that he knows those passageways.
Brabant backed out of it.
Perhaps he was afraid to soil that fancy coat of his.
Or he was just lying again. Well, are we ready to go and take a look underground?
Absolutely. Where is the entrance anyway?
In the kitchen.
That's a promising start. Let us go. That smell. Ugh. How long have they been throwing shit down here? It is nearly up to my knees. It's bloody slippery. Ugh. The nerve of Žižka and Dry Devil. I give them coin, and they send me to wade through shit. Stay close to me. The path might branch off somewhere. We would not want you to get lost.
You won't scare me. I'm not a child.
You were scared shitless, I can tell. Ugh, that stench. I wonder what schmuck feels the need to hide his stuff down here.
Ah, damn!
Better come along. We have other work to do.
Teeth. He said an ear or two would be nice too.
Am I imagining things?
What are you doing here?
Sitting around, twiddling our thumbs.
Is it not obvious? They are stealing from your Christian brothers.
What are you looking for on those corpses? Valuables?
They don't have any.
These poor wretches was already robbed by our grandfather's grandfathers. We're happy with trifles.
What do you mean?
Well, fingers, teeth. If we get lucky, some smaller bones too. Lennox pays well for those.
Who is this Lennox?
You don't know that numbskull?
He's the gravedigger in Sedlitz. He's not the sharpest, but he helps us make a decent living.
What's decent about it?
We never harmed a living soul. Can you say the same?
But that's sacrilege.
And what about selling indulgences? That's outright simony.
Who'd you sell the relics to?
We stay clear of selling. What if someone recognized their grandfather's thumb? That could be awkward.
Lennox, the gravedigger from Sedlitz, sells them for us. It seems more trustworthy coming from him.
How did you get here?
We hid behind the altar. Then we broke in here at night when the church was closed.
We were gonna wait a while before we got to work. Then we heard a loud noise.
Someone was a bit too keen and closed the lid of the crypt.
So, we're kinda trapped here.
Serves you right. That's what you get for disturbing the dead.
Wait, how did you two get in here?
That's what I'd like to know too.
Fuck off.
Suit yourself. We'll beat it out of you then. To hell with you. We're gonna gut you, you whore son. So,
That's it! Epic!
take fucking cowards!
Sehr gut! It must be somewhere else.
Aye. That sounds different. We have it.
This is not it. It should be...
That might do it.
Come. Let us go back. Have you ever been to Kuttenberg? Before all this, I mean.
A long time ago. With Martin.
Is that so?
Aye. He was here on business and brought me along as help. But I didn't see much. Martin met with a customer in the morning, and we drove back home in the evening.
Perhaps we passed on the street and did not even know it.
Good morning, Henry.
Morning. Have a good day.
Thanks. You too.
Sam and I walked through the cellar as far as we could and marked the spot where we should dig.
Well done. Brabant has found some men in the meantime. He may refuse to go down tunnels, but he does have his uses. Considering how much coin he promised them all, I reckon they'll do everything they can to make sure we get out alive. Oh, and while we're on the subject, take this. You've done a lot of good work. You deserve it.
What now then? Have you come up with a way to get to the legate and persuade him to take us to the Italian court?
I should say so. Hey, listen up, all of you. You're done for today, but get plenty of sleep. We'll chase you from your beds early in the morning.
Oh, is that really necessary?
It is. We'll be riding to Lorette's.
Cardinal Pozzo goes to bed with the chickens and gets up before the crack of dawn. After the morning prayer, he eats breakfast together with his retinue, and no one is allowed to disturb them. Most regular folks are asleep at that time, so everything should be nice and quiet when you pay him a visit.
If we don't persuade him to get us into the Italian court, we're fucked. So don't do anything stupid, right?
Should we be prepared for a fight?
That shouldn't be necessary. Godwin insisted he'll sort things out peacefully with the Cardinal. But I reckon we'll have to twist his arm a bit. And while Godwin's persuading His Eminence to put on a show with us at the Italian court, the Devil, Janosch, Kubienka, and Ada will take his retinue away to the Devil's Den.
Hagen and Urso will be waiting for us there to keep them under guard.
So what exactly am I supposed to do?
Like I said, stand beside Godwin looking mean. With a bit of luck, that'll be enough.
Exactly. No killing.
Is everyone going there?
Everyone except Capon, Brabant, Catherine, and Rosa.
What? Am I just supposed to sit on my ass with the women?
At least you'll get your beauty sleep. That's what you wanted, isn't it?
It's true we shouldn't leave this place unwatched.
Too fucking right. Now don't you worry, Lord Capon. If anyone tries to get inside, Catherine will protect you.
Keep your jokes to yourself, Tosspot.
You took the words right out of my mouth.
Oh, come on. Lighten up a bit, eh?
All right, let's get to work.
Report to me tomorrow morning, is that clear?
How are you looking forward to parleying with the legate? Have you brushed up on your Italian?
It's an uphill struggle, son. I practiced with Brabant, but my memory's not what it used to be. Unfortunately, not many speak Italian around here. So at the court, I can bray like a donkey, wave my arms a bit, and no one will be any the wiser.
Where did you learn Italian, anyway?
From a Florentine. I met him amongst the mercenaries. All I know about him is his name was Luca, and he had a wife and daughter at home. He probably joined the army to get out of some sportive bother. That's how most of the men ended up there.
How did he end up?
He fell at the Battle of Kosovo. I was right there.
I'm sorry.
Can't be helped. At least his worries are behind him now.
Christian of Pisek says the guards at the court are commanded by a native Italian. If he sees through our little ruse, that's the end for us.
You really know how to spoil a man's day, don't you?
Excuse me?
But what of it? Like a common soldier would have any business talking to a cardinal. In the worst case, I'll tell him to fuck off. I remember that much in Italian at least.
I heard you fought in the Battle of Kosovo. Is that true?
Why wouldn't it be?
I heard it was a horrible massacre, and there were no survivors.
Horseshit, lad. That's just horseshit. It was a massacre. Aye, a terrible slaughter. But the other side lost many men as well.
So how did it happen? Tell me. I don't think I can quite imagine such a massive battle. How many soldiers were there?
Countless, lad. I'd never seen so many take the field. At least 10,000 men on our side. And Sultan Murad must have had at least twice as many with him.
So who won in the end?
The battle lasted all day. And in the end, no one knew who had won. Because both sides left the field. Only later did we find out. Prince Lazar had fallen there alongside all his Serbian nobility. Still later came the news that Lazar had been captured and executed by the Turks the day after the battle.
They executed a prince?
Aye. They beheaded him. Because someone had slit their sultan's throat like a piglet.
So you didn't win?
It's hard to say. We held our own against the odds and survived. Only without their prince. It was just a matter of time before Serbia fell into the new Ottoman Sultan's lap. Fortunately, I didn't stick around to see it.
And where did you fight?
In the saddle. I'm a nobleman, after all. But I lost 3 horses under me. So in the end, I also fought on foot. Most of us mercenaries were on the left flank, under the command of Vlatko Vukovic. But he soon got wounded, and the men began to flee. I mean, if it wasn't for Nicholas Gabriel, we wouldn't be talking here today.
And who was that?
The commander of our company. A born warrior, and a good friend. In fact, Zizka reminds me of him a bit sometimes. In any case, the fact that Gabriel had taken a command at that point meant our flank did not buckle, and the Ottoman rabble did not cut us to pieces as we fled.
So how did the battle go?
Lord forgive me, but it went to shit.
Could you be more specific?
Specific? Well, I only know what people said after the battle. When you're in the midst of it, you don't see what's happening around you.
Which was?
Well, it's hard to describe. Attacks are followed by retreats, and between that, only fatigue and dust.
So what happened?
When the battle began, the Serbian cavalry crushed the Turkish left flank. It looked good for us, but alas, that was just the beginning. Soon, we got ours too. We fought valiantly, but they pushed us back, and in the meantime, they hit our center. The Sultan's Janissaries attacked us there.
damned devils and raised all hell. Rivers of blood soaked the ground.
How could you survive something like that?
You can't give up, and death isn't an option. But then a rumor spread that Prince Lazar had fallen, and everything began to crumble. But he was a tough old warrior of the Nemanjic royal blood. He wouldn't give up just like that. With an arrow in his eye, he climbed his horse and rode straight for the Sultan. Well, that's how he saved us. The battle then lasted until evening. But no one had the strength to force the enemy to retreat. All the same, even as I'm telling it, it strikes me what an adventure it was. I suppose time heals all kinds of shit. In the end, you forget the bad things. And yet, I can only thank God that Nicholas Gabriel was there.
You're a captain?
Aye, him. We actually became friends of sorts. He even taught me one of his sword tricks.
He did?
Aye, really. I could even show you sometime. A memory of the good man who saved my arse on that day.
Can we go to Lorette's now?
I reckon it's too late now, eh? We have to leave before the crack of dawn tomorrow, while it's still dark, understand?
È buono il pollo, eminenza. Così così, eh? Il cibo da queste parti fa un po' cagare. Ma che diavolo? Come cazzo vi permettete? Eh?
Sit the fuck down.
Nos non... Oh, fuck. Nos non cuer... Vos nos... Vos non vulnerabo. Nobis est petitio. No. Proposal. Ragazio. Ita. Ragazio.
Can you cut it short?
Fuck! Don't interrupt! Latin is tough when you're sober.
Fucking hell!
Andiamo! Forza! After them! They mustn't get away!
How are you looking forward to parley?
It's unfortunately...
Christian of peace.
You really...
Excuse me?
But what of...
Can we go to...
The regulars, we have to leave.
Buono il pollo, eminenza. Così così, eh? Il cibo da queste parti fa un po' cagare. Ma che diavolo? Come cazzo vi permettete? Eh?
Sit the fuck down.
Nos non... Oh, fuck. Nos non cuer... Vos nos... Vos non vulnerabo. Nobis est petitio. No. Proposal. Ragazio. Ita. Ragazio.
Can you cut it short?
Fuck! Don't interrupt! Latin is tough when you're sober.
Fucking hell!
Andiamo! Forza! After them! They mustn't get away!
Più veloce!
Quick! Quick!
Stai attento!
Forza, più veloce!
Spara!
Forza, più veloce!
Più veloce!
Quick!
Più generato!
Più veloce!
Aiuto!
Pianete Gozuke!
Aiuto!
Pianete Gozuke! Szybciej! No jest to, kurwy Spara!
Go! Ja!
Taki kerlawa jak i Żydzi!
Quick!
Taki kerlawa jak i Żydzi!
Hey up, lad. Keeping all right, are you?
Well, do your best, don't you? That's all you can do, really, isn't it?
Guess in these times, no?
Yeah.
Not sure about this, though, eh? Who's keeping these roads? No one looks after them, you know.
My words exactly. I mean, no one gives a damn until some noble rides along, and then he's surprised.
per amor di Dio, mi lascia in pace. Io sono un uomo di chiesa, capite? Non ho fatto nulla. Misericordiosa Vergine Maria! Cosa fide Vergine Maria?
Kurwa tą gębę!
Aiuto!
Right, let's see him.
Nie chciał zamknąć gęby, to dostał. Nic mu nie jest lekko otumaniony. No przecież lekko dostał z bańki, no leciutko.
You've killed him.
No przecież nic mu nie zrobiłem.
You fucking killed him, you great Polish ox! You are going straight to hell for that.
Kurwa, do diabła, tylko nie to.
That's right, hell! And all those horned demons there will be taking turns with you. You just wait. They're gonna be fighting over your Polish ass!
Przecież nie chciałem, no! Boże, czemu dałeś mi tak tępy łeb?
Strip them before their clothes get even more soaked in blood. You can undress His Eminence here.
Me?
Why? Because you're the legate now.
Well, that didn't really work out. What are we going to do now?
You heard, didn't you? We'll get rid of the bodies, get Godwin dressed up, and hope his Legate Act fools the Church Council. It's too late to back out now.
Well, maybe it'll be better this way. I wasn't sure the legate wouldn't betray us anyway. I trust Godwin a lot more.
Sure, I trust him too, but not so much his language skills.
Let's get out of here.
Agreed. Our business here is concluded.
Are you going back to Ruthar Palace?
Aye. We have to wash the clothes, get Godwin into them, and hope we don't all end up on the gallows. We still have some time, so if there's something you need to do elsewhere, feel free. I have the feeling there won't be time for anything else once we get started.
I'll go with you.
Fine. But what I said stands. This is the last chance to tie up loose ends. Are you sure?
No reason to waste time.
Be careful.
Stop playing the fool and try to get it from my side.
How are you so calm?
You just need to maintain a healthy dose of anger.
I take it then that you don't agree with this whole thing.
Monsignore, mi spiace, but you've got it on back to front.
Oh, shit. How the hell can anyone know how it should be? Fuck. Now I'll have to take off all these layers again.
I'm yanking your pizzle, Godwin. I mean, Vostra Eminenta. You've got it right.
I'd like to punch you in the face.
We'll have to wait at the end of the passage.
How are the preparations coming along?
We're done with the preparations. It's time to get to the task. The plan is simple. We split into two groups. One will go underground and wait till the other group, who'll disguise themselves as Italians, gives the sign where to dig.
Once we've tunneled in, we'll take care of the entire church council and carry off the silver from the court to Ruthard Palace.
Here, we'll load it onto the wagons and get it out of the city as quietly as we can.
Who will pose as the legate's retinue?
Godwin will pose as the cardinal, naturally. Janos Uher will accompany him to the council as his right-hand man. You, Capon, Brabant, and Ada will play the rest of the retinue.
All right, I understand.
Brabant will teach you some Italian. Janos is pretty good at it, but Ada will have to keep his mouth shut.
But how will we tunnel through to you from the court?
Well, there's bound to be minting tools lying all over the place. You could do it with a finger up your ass.
What should we do during the council?
First, you get rid of the guards, and then you clear the path for us. Meanwhile, Godwin and Janos will try to buy you as much time as possible.
And you have to keep in mind that those two buffoons at the council could blow our cover at any time.
And at that point, things could get pretty hectic in there.
And once you get to us, we go and get Godwin. What exactly do you intend to do with the church council?
We'll just lock them up. Having them at our mercy might be useful if anything turns to shit.
As it always does.
There's bound to be quite a banquet there, so they'll be all right for a while. And once they get out, they'll have other things to worry about.
By then, we'll be over the hills and far away.
I'll go and get ready.
Start with Brabant. Maybe you can manage Italian better than Ada.
Can you teach me something in Italian?
Mon Dieu, this is not something in Italian. I'm trying to convey to you the essence of the Italian tongue in a few sentences. Do you know what kind of a task this is? Herculean, mon ami. Herculean.
All right then. I'll try not to offend your linguistic sensibilities too much.
But you have to take it seriously. These blockheads are not...
To dlatego, że gadasz jak przygłup. It sounds like baby. Mama, pee pee, poo poo.
Very well. We will start with a greeting, which you will need as soon as you arrive. Repeat after me. Buonasera, signori. Good evening, gentlemen.
Buonasera, signori.
Buonasera, signori.
That will do. Eder?
Buonasera, signore. Perfect! You meet some Italian. You make him bleed out of ears.
Next, you have to know how to say thank you. We will say that fairly often. Every time someone opens the door for us or offers us food or drink. Molte grazie. Thank you very much.
Molte grazie.
Molte grazie.
That will do. Eder?
Molte grazie. If I didn't know, I think you want to eat me. Zamknij ryj, albo odgryzę ci rękę.
If you are somewhere where you should not be and you get caught, you will need an explanation. You got lost? For example, scusi, mi sono perso. Excuse me, I'm lost.
Scusi, Mi sono perso.
Scusi, mi sono perso.
That was very good.
Curva. I tried to fuck with him and he prized me instead.
What did you say, Janosch?
Nothing.
Scusi, mi sono perso.
That was pretty close. Now let us try something more complicated. Fatta la legge, trovato l'inganno. Every law has a loophole.
Fate la legge, trovato l'ignano.
Wrong. Listen carefully. Fatta la legge, trovato l'inganno. Every law has a loophole.
Fatta la legge, trovato l'inganno.
Fatta la legge, trovato l'inganno.
Parfait.
Co to za brednie? Nie nauczę się tego gówna.
You know, that sounds like goat pissing on a drum.
Whatever you say, let us move on. O mangi la minestra, o salti dalla finestra. Either you eat the soup, or you jump out of the window.
O mangio la ministra, o salto dalla finestra?
No, not like that. The intonation is all wrong. O mangi la minestra, o salti dalla finestra. Either you eat the soup, or you jump out of the window.
O mangi la minestra, o salti dalla finestra.
O mangi la minestra, o salti dalla finestra. Ha!
Very nice!
To też jakieś duby smalone.
It is an expression. Loosely translated, it means play by the rules or do not play at all.
Ah, I like it more with the soup.
Jam, że jest pola. Nie chcę udawać kogoś innego, zwłaszcza nie Woloszyna.
And one more phrase. Sei proprio un bacala. You are a real salted cod.
Si proprio un bacchiala.
Still no good. Listen. It should sound melodic. Sei proprio un bacala. You are a real salted cod.
Sei proprio un baccalà.
Sei proprio un baccalà.
Sam jesteś bakalarz, głąbie.
Excellent, Janosch. Almost perfect.
What does that actually mean?
It is another saying, a refined way of mocking someone. Well, I think we are finished. Any more? And you would get all mixed up. And if you are in a tight spot, leave it to me. D'accord?
What are we going to do now?
Mamselle Rosa will give you some clothes to change into. When you look the part, go and see Godwin.
Brabant said you had a change of clothes for me.
Everything is ready in that chest over there. You'll have to try not to make it too obvious that it's just a disguise.
Well, don't worry. I'll fight the urge to chew with my mouth open and blow my nose into my sleeve. Anything else?
Don't get yourself killed. All the silver in the world isn't worth your life.
I'll do my best. And thanks for the clothes.
Our brothers. Did he tell you that, or did you figure that out yourself? Stop with the mockery. But of course, forgive me my insolence, my lord. Wonder how long I'll be stuck here today, huh?
Everything all right, Henry?
My father and his stepfather.
Can we leave now?
Oh well. It's time.
Lead on, Your Eminence. Godwin, from now on, only speak Italian. Got it? Remember, you're a cardinal. Nice and dignified, no sudden moves, and be nice to people. I'm sure the local merchants wouldn't mind if such a rare visitor bought something from them.
Capisco, mio fedele servitore.
Excellent. Let's go then. Buonasera, signori. Cazzo!
Io one back.
Come lei.
Cosa stai blatterando in polacco, caffone? Vuoi che ci scoprano?
Sposi con
Sei un buon insegnante.
Cosa offri? Guarda yourself, signore. Reliquie, rare, true arte.
And Gutenberg delicacies.
Mangiare? Capisci? No, tutto l'ho preso. Nearly gratis. Mangiare? Cosa hai di buono da mangiare? Soltanto esquisite, a thing, yummy,
And everything's almost fresh.
Allora parla. Esagera. You don't need dire due volte, signore. I have a vera salsiccia de Gutenberg, piena di ance, baked.
Hardly a tiny hint of green in it.
And if you would like,
There's no salt.
and finally, una potion. It clears your cosa shit. At your service, signor?
Opere d'arte, dici?
Tutto. The best. A bozzo del famous
Guaranteed.
Rara.
Straight from the chapel.
And I also, it is a
Beautiful.
mi ha interessato è la ma veramente.
Tell him about the dice game.
And he gave it to me. È un bel abbozzo, ma non vale tanto. Ti do la metà.
Mamma mia, the greatest artista, ceccio, and so stingy. Meno male, it is you. I hope it farà piacere.
Not bad for 70.
Shut your pie hole. Would you like qualcos'altro, signore?
Mi basta.
As you wish, signore. Can I aiutare con un'altra cosa?
Non voglio niente, amico. Mi aspettano alla corte italiana. Mi inviano per qualcosa di importante. E ho comprato da te un pezzo di arte rara che ornerà la mia collezione.
I have no dubbi, signore. Allora, take care, and in bocca al lupo.
God be with you, Cardinal.
Welcome to Kuttenberg. Signore, welcome to Kuttenberg.
Your Eminence.
Vobis benedico.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Ave.
Avete, vos etiam, illustres domini, sum Hieronymus nast, hodiernum conventum egregium constituo cutne antique civium concili iuso.
Ave, meaide Gianni Unger, dis Cardinal Legate Lorenzo Pozzo, excusing my language.
Bene, bene. Non necesse est ut te intendas.
Cardinales Lorenzo Pozzo.
Exoptatus vos video cutne antique, Eminencia.
Tempus non perdamus.
Ad libitum. Domini insequem anime. Manete. Insolitum. Te... Alecunde te novi. Haven't we met somewhere?
Hic credis. Enrico talem benignam fatiam habet. Non primum creditur eum novice. Roma nunquam egressus est. Certe, Hernice? Certe Romanus superbus est?
Sì. Fatta la legge, trovato l'ingano.
Vero.
I could have sworn that somewhere. Nihil refert. Introveniamus, Domini. Exe aula italica. Utinam vos sonitus non turbaret. Signatoris ad hunc laborem hodiernum non perfectorum. Mox finiem et tranquillitatem habebimus. Aula italica est moneta media finium bohemicorum. Tantum Europo grossum verum licet cudere. In fabricis cornos dexteri aule, bacula argentia feriuntur. Ex quo numi cudantur.
Cur in monitam imus.
In sedibus est aria sumptuosa. Permissum acceppi ud ad acta hic vocarum. Et epulum. Certe contentus eris. Yes, but keep it brief, would you? What are the lords complaining about this time?
What do you think? They are worried they will not be getting any sleep again.
They can rest easy. This is a church council, not some villager's boozer.
It had better be.
Listen, Chaba. It's nice you care so much about their comfort, but you're weeping over the wrong grave. I'll have some more wine sent to them. Maybe it'll dull their senses and they'll sleep like stones. Will that be enough?
We will see. Neither you nor the steward have to listen to their whining all the time.
De mora me excuso. Exe Chaba Molnar. Dicitur eum virum validissimum ex regno Hungaria esse. Hoc tempore hic, unum munus facit. Set numeremus, pergamus, etse preghaus. Hic grossa cuduntur, si vultis, in ordine vos ad portabo et unum proprium cudere poteritis, aliquiste convenire cupit domine cardinalis. Etse imperator custodum aule Italice Iosifus Cabrini, verus Italicus.
Benvenuto fra di noi, Sua Eminenza, Cardinal Pozzo. Non vedevo l'ora di fare la conoscenza di un compaesano.
Salve! Che sorpresa! Come sei finito a Kutnahora, mio caro?
Da bambino il mio papà era tagliapietre al cantiere. La mia mamma e i miei fratelli sono tornati a Napoli e io sono rimasto qui.
Quanti sentinelle comandi?
Ne abbiamo 17 in totale. No, adesso 16, scusatemi. Ho dimenticato completamente che Venda è andato a lavorare in cucina. Peccato! Venda se la cava benissimo in tutte le lotte. Ma non importa. Abbiamo solo una vita e dobbiamo perseguire i nostri sogni.
Ti piace la vita a Kutnahora?
Non mi lamento. Mi ci sono abituato da quando sono venuto qua. Tranne l'inverno e il cibo strano. Per fortuna mia moglie ha imparato a cucinare come da noi. È una cuoca eccellente.
Perché sei rimasto?
Vi deve essere chiaro perché. Mi sono trovato una donna qui.
Piacere di averti conosciuto, Giuseppe. Magari avremo tempo di chiacchierare più tardi.
È stato un onore, Eminenza.
Bene. Posso musne paregere?
Eamus.
Excellent. Giuseppe.
Yes?
The Cardinal and his aide are coming with me to the hall. See to it their retinue is made comfortable in the kitchen.
As you wish. I will take care of it.
Inseque me, queso. Eos Eminentia Cardinales Pozzo.
Mihi excusate morum, cum gaudio do tibe in abatio nostra sed lice hospitium sed circumstantia difficilis sicut.
Tue emensia. Fraternitas Christi corporis ecclesiam sanctae Barbarae edificat ad moiarem Dei gloriam. Posnustat toto urbs.
Et veritatem non vult accepere, sed lice monastarii gratia mons cutnam magnus est.
Sancta Barbara, patrona frassorum.
Fraternitas tua imperamentum est in communi ad diem. Novis non est opus aleo templo. Consentisne mihi cardinales.
Venite, sodales cari. Puto melius esse primo bibere. Audivi vos habere in urbe viniam.
Ne gravibus loquamur ne incaramus in mundanas voluptatis. Recte arbitratus sum contentionum vestram nullum eventum habuisse.
Incomode ita est. Pars contrario non vult ex proposito sua exire,
Quod inter nos discordium seminavit.
Monasterium non vult mente comprehendere, credentes novum templum habere vele. Donationes in proximis annis clare ostendunt urbem sodelitati. Pnevitiae et sanctae Barbarae suffragari.
Sed nova tempora sunt. Rex sigus mundus declaravit se statum sed lici et malini sostenere.
Dic nobis cardinalis, quae est opinio papae Bonifaci hoius casus?
Sincere papa nihil refert. Multa alia honore habet, e consilia de omnibus capere non potest.
Quid id significat?
Quid nobis accidet?
Please, just keep calm. Colec vere cum ambabus discordiae partibus et cogitate opinionibus tuis. Tempus habes, ute omnibus rebus bene cogitatus sis. Cum resolutos eris, fac certiorem adjuvetorem tum, et fac sermonem finalem in quo decretum tum nunciabis.
Intelligo facile non erit. Opus est omnia bene. Colloqui discurrere.
Bene te habes, cardinalis?
Ego potio egio fauces sica est.
Hey, Signor Cardinale.
Well, it may come as a surprise to you, but we do...
Cosa vuoi?
We must help Henry and others some way.
The best way to help them is not to give ourselves away.
I say nothing. It's up to you and your Latin speaking.
I'll have to help it a little.
I get it. We lucky we got lots of booze here. But do not go crazy.
I won't, Ma.
And I see that fella who bring us here, he watch you close. You got to make like real legit.
Christ, you're making me even more nervous than I was before.
Easy, Kamashko. Just make like you know what you're doing, like you understand these dumb church fuckers, blah 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 blah. And I have one more good idea.
Allora, dimmi.
How you talk about wine supply, Janos think, hey, I ask for more. I send guards to town, they gone. Our people not have to fight with them.
Cardinalis, loquere possumus.
Come here. Domini?
Cardinalis, bonus inter nos es.
I hope he'll understand you. You can't speak proper Latin even when drunk.
That's right.
You don't even know your dico dicere, so shush. Rogare quid vele, nos hic ille aduavare.
Sciri velibam aliquis de his concilium.
He speaks almost like you.
Maybe he's making fun of you.
Shut the hell up. Certo, ego te omnia dicere, non edificare templum sancta Barbara pro urbs malum magnum est. Eius sanctitas intelligere, quod metallici, incolas urbs et vulgus mons cutna vele proprium sacrarium.
Tell him the abbot's a moron.
Come on now, Wenzel.
Abbatis Ioannes durus et non sedere, nec non archiepiscopus Praga Zbigniew Zaids non procedere.
Here's an even bigger moron, old alphabet.
Itaque nos sperare in justitia sancta sedes.
Commodo videtis iusititia sancta sedis?
Debere nos sustinere. Barbara debet esse independente.
Debet?
Vos votare, malum arbitrium agere.
Did he even understand you?
I don't know.
Doesn't look like he did.
Cur hic custosus?
Well, tantum custodes honor, non debere timere.
Bene. Prudens videtur, cum dignitatem videtur.
Nos gaudere.
What did he say?
Some courtesies, apparently. That's all he seems able to say.
What a peculiar legate he is.
Ebire debuit.
Salve, cardinalem.
Salve.
Shall we? I think the abbot is right. Why venture off the beaten path?
What are you blabbering about, Franz? Sedlitz takes advantage of Kuttenberg and wants more and more.
Exactly. Bnievit's parish priest understands us, and he's on our side.
Would have been on your side too, if you lot hadn't rebelled against him.
That's nonsense.
You give the abbot a finger, and he'll take your whole arm.
Both arms and a leg while he's at it.
Well, I see things differently.
You well for that.
I hope he keeps his royal word. Well, I heard he's not exactly waiting in court.
That doesn't sound good. E allora?
Janos has...
Qualcos'altro?
You can say, hey, go.
Why would I do that?
Our boys...
That makes sense, all right?
But first taste...
Sight before they say a word.
And they call that negotiation.
Salve, Magister.
Cardinales Pozzo! Me ministine me?
Non memini. Excusa me.
Albicus ex vnisova sum, patavi nos insidimus. De jure canonico discuristi.
Ibi multi homines erat. Itaque certi intelligus mete non meminis equire.
Sed inter nos tantum quatuor erant. Aliam faciam habes. Concursatio esse non potest. Pozzo non est. Gods! This man is not Cardinal Pozzo. He is a fake legate. God be with you.
Are you still getting into fights with the farmhands?
Not anymore. It's inappropriate for a priest.
I'm glad to hear you gave it up.
I do miss it sometimes. There was this fellow taunting me just the other day.
We must help hand. I say, I get it. We lucky we go. And I easy. And I
Make an arrangement with a
how I said.
Cardinales, loquere possumus.
Come here.
Cardinales, queso?
Domini, quid vultus?
Dominus Cardinalis, bone venistis.
I hope he'll understand you. You can't speak...
You don't even know you...
Sire velum de hoc concilio. Ut hoc tibi videtur.
Magnum honor est.
Tell him what we want.
Just keep it...
Non edificare templum eius sanct...
Tell him the abbot's a...
Come on now, Vence.
Abbatis...
There's an even bigger...
Itaque...
Sire velum quomodo totam rem resolvere vultus.
Id clarus est. Novum templum cum sodalitatis.
Intelligo.
What was he saying?
He wanted to know how we would handle it, so I told him.
Well done, Polna. Great.
Let's hope he takes it to heart.
Videtur conventus auctoritatem propter numerum custodum cognoscere.
Expectatis ne hic alique mala eventa futura esse.
Tantum custodes honor.
Nolite vos turbare. Sed mihi vetitur hic alic portasse eorum.
I understood him. He wants more guards.
A bit of a chicken, is he? On the other hand, I've seen one church fight before, and it wasn't pretty.
Non est problema. Rogare nas, eminentia. Ile homines mitere potere. Postea certe securi sentimus.
Valete, Domini.
Nobis honor fuit, eminentia.
I still think no decision will be reached today.
Nobody expects that. But hopefully we can at least make some progress.
You know how these clerics are. They eat and drink everything in sight before they start to work.
Christiane, amicicare.
Latinum mea non bonum. So let's talk in our own language. But quietly. You hear?
I bought some stuff on my way here.
Where? Here in the Italian district? On the street?
Aye.
For the love of God, what did you buy?
I bought a drawing by Master Theodoric. Seems he drew it in the local tavern.
Have you got any sense in that head of yours? Anyone can see it's a fake. A daub, fit only for starting a fire.
We should help Henry and the others somehow. Any ideas?
I have. Look at those guards. If you showed even the slightest concern about your safety, the watch would be reinforced. That means less guards in the court.
You could see to that?
Not I. Jerome Naz is in charge of all that today. Knowing him, I'm sure he won't refuse you.
See you later.
Hang in there.
Just do not say them.
It seems that backed with...
Domine Hieronymi.
Quid vis, Cardinalis?
De his custodibus.
Ita?
Non possunt plus esse. In conciliis ecclesiasticis honoris custodis. Fortiores sunt. Nunquam sis quid accideri possit.
It corare possum. It corabo. Franta! Go and get 2 more men in here! His Eminence doesn't feel safe in here!
Hoc vinum bonum est.
Gaudio id audire.
Putasni unum vel duo vasa sumeri potestis. Papa vinum amat. Quis non amat.
Certe. Legatum in celem vinarium mito. Vinum accipiet eo sanctitas optimum. Milda! Find Joseph and tell him to send someone to get more wine. Take a barrow and bring me 3 kegs.
Ave.
Dominus tecum.
E allora? Qualcos'altro?
You can say, hey.
Why would I do
our boy?
That makes...
But
Cibus speciem puram habet, et magnanimi sapet, dexterum viri qui hanc dapem paravit velum agitare.
Bene. Eum ad volabimus. Tonda! Go and bring the cook in here.
Introduces ni mihi alios homines qui concilio aderunt.
Magnus jam novisti. Abeten Johannem et sacerdotem Conradum. Personam archiepiscopatus pragensis gerit Dominus Albicus, et Dominus Musa ex malia eruditus in Sigismundi area est, quoque Domini Andreas Polner, Franciscus Rosenthal, Vaclavusque vos Schucher, e Maximi in colae montes cutna sunt. Non nulli conditores advenire non poterunt propter res, et alii in turi palazzi clausi sunt.
Inusitatum est quod ministri non ad sint.
Multum doleo, silecet ad esse debent.
Sed non ad est.
Debuit advenire vir, promesit id arcessurem esse, sed non advenit, et non primo.
Accidit.
Damn that frunter cool down.
Quid dixisti?
Nihil. Excuse me de incommoditate. Uterque autem sic delegat it quod vult.
Magister.
Tua Eminencia?
Musa es ex malia?
Adduce tua Domine.
Audivi in Sigismundi castris virum interfectum esse.
Ita infelicita. Felicita casus ista infelix sita solutus est. Minus difficultatum officit quum expectabum. Sed vetut sincero dico.
Silly sed cum...
How dubia benedictis?
Abire de...
Intelligo.
Domini Abbas.
Vestra Eminentia.
Laudetur Dominus Jesus Christus.
Sire velem que rogatus vestri sint. Pautsis verbis et concrete queso.
Bene, summarium faciemus.
Prosus simplex est.
Rogamus ut monasterio et paritiae malanensi auctoritas revertate semper eorum fuit.
Praecipuum ius baptimatale et funerarium, curationem tote civitatis malinensis et praesertim patem ex reditibus metallicis.
Sodalitas est dissolvenda, eis templus ante papale diruendum, et ut lapida usuris sint ad proposita laudabilia.
Traditiones sustenemus, non rebellionem sine causa et sine Deo ut ei.
Intelligo. Sententiam vestram intelligo.
Magnificum. Speramus te nos sustenturum esse.
Dominus vobis.
Et tecum.
Fratres in Christo.
Vestra Eminentia.
Laudetur eum in eternitatem.
Audiri velum rogationes partes tue, id est sodalitatis. Si potestis, breviter et clare.
Ad libitum, Eminentia. Magis auctoritatem monasteri et clerici paratialis edis malinensis non toleramus. Tantum de utilitatibus suis cogitant, non de utilitatibus orbis.
Itaque, volumus integram independentiam sed eletsi, et transitionem omnium iurum sacrum sodalitati.
Sed letium auctoritatem suam in parte orientali montis Cutna conservabit. Urbs et tota regio occidentalis debet benevitia esse.
Principale templum montis Cutnae sancta Barbara erit, et tote peciunie ex regione ad eius edificationem erunt.
Intelligo, perfecte.
Gaudebimus sino sustenebis, eminentia.
Valet.
Domino.
Post mult.
Shall we get going?
Get started once you are ready.
You're the one who should begin.
Yai, kurva. All right, we do this.
Worthies, be quiet all, please. You all been waiting for this moment. Now will be decision. Let us hear words of legate sent by Him Holiness Pope Bonifacia, Him Eminence Cardinal Lorenzo Pozzo.
Domine Abbas, patres ecclesiastici, Domini incole urbis, hodie convenimus in splendido congressu, ut problema grave persolvamus, cuius est administratio spiritualis urbis, et quis fundationem edificationes templi sancte Barbara dicate curabit, commendato sancto patre legato sum, ut sententias vestras audiam et discordias ad secula seculorum persolvam, cum ambabus partibus locutus sum. Rogatus quid consilium meum sit benedictum auctoritate papale. Ad solutionem amabilem inclino, cur in infinitus dissensionibus, et pugnis non necessaries conare. Omnis ecclesiae nostre felicitatum volemus, et facilimus erit si consensum contingetis, et discordiam quam brevissime persolvetis.
Facile dictu difficile factu, cardinalis.
Ita, timeo ne differentier interrogatus nostros valde magnesint, quomodo nos viscoagere ut nos ambot sedamus.
Inter vos intelligere debetis. Principium reconciliationis est. Aspicite orbem oculis alteri. Mox comperietis vos plus cogitationem similium quam differentium habere.
Benedictis, fortasse tantum voluntas de erat argusperationem mutuam.
Puto nos denique differentias nostras superatoros esse. In nihil hominus, jam diu balbuta visti. Dic vera proposita tua.
Audite nunc concilium meum, quod fiducia pape Boniface sustenetur, donationes urbanae ecclesiasticae ex hoc momento in duas partes equales dividentur. Dimidium accepiet sodalitas et clarici paretialis edes Beneviciana. Alterum monasterium sedletianum et clarici paretialis edes Malinensis.
Mane, plane id non intelligo.
Ego quoque non intelligo. Quis dividet? Quis determinat quam multa dimidia parsit?
It interest me. Tale consilium pluris questiones creat quam responsa.
Volo vos intelligatis me contra non esse, tantum mihi non persuadeo.
Mihi etiam non persuadeo. Fortasse id nobis potes. Milius exponere.
Domini placati, In vobis video vos insertos esse, et non admiror, multos annos, in partibus oppositis erratis et rationis vestre contrariae errant. Nunc primo comperitis aliam solutionem esse, animo placato collaborate. In manibus vestris solutio est.
Benedictus, Cardinalis.
Puto pro te nemo constituet. Opus est aliter decidere.
Fortasse sententiae nostre non magni inter se differunt.
Consensio. Una solutionem inveniemus.
Una. Insolitum verbum.
Fortasse. Cardinalis autem benedicit. Tempus est ut collaborare incipiamus.
Videtur nos consensum contacturos esse.
Gloria Jesu.
I didn't expect that.
Hopefully it will benefit all the people of Kuttenberg.
All hail! It was worth it.
Does that qualify as a win?
Definitely. We'll keep what we have.
I just hope there's no catch.
Animus sanus vicit.
We'll see about that.
All right, brothers. Come to the monastery next Thursday. We'll arrange what needs to be done.
Agreed. I shall look forward to it, Abbot.
Vivat Cardinale Spozzo!
Hail
Et
to everyone!
prudens
Hurrah!
Papa Bonifatius.
Hail to everyone! Hurrah!
Well, that's settled then. The rest is up to you, Henry.
Avete tutto, signori?
Sì, bella moia.
Does everybody know their part?
Sure. Let's get to it.
Are you sure you understand everything?
Got it. We'll go one by one, inconspicuously. I'll go out from the passageway last.
I noticed there's a door leading from there back to the walls. Maybe we can pass through it without anyone noticing.
Understood.
Agreed then. I overheard some of the guards leaving their posts on account of that damned legate. So, Godwin's doing his bit. All the better for us. Let's go. Inconspicuously and quietly, but quickly.
We're gonna gut you, you Harson! Show your stuff! Punishment by the blade! Ah! Do it! I'll hack you up like you deserve! Come on, then!
What's that?
Well, that worked out well.
I'll say. You cleaned up the place pretty nicely.
Assassin.
Let me tell you, I'm glad to have you on my side.
Where's Adder?
I would also like to know.
He should have been here by now.
What are we going to do?
He's bound to show up. We should go into the underground and let Zizka run the others in.
And how are you going to do that without tools?
I don't know much about connecting corridors. Do you? No. I hate to say it, but we need Adder.
Exactement. We have to find him.
Maybe he's in the kitchen. He was eyeing up that cook.
Surely you do not think he would?
That's exactly what I think.
Mais non. He cannot be such a fool. He would not jeopardize the success of the whole enterprise. Zizka gave clear commands.
Maybe he suddenly had more urgent commands from his nether regions.
No. No. I think he cannot find the tools. He will be holed up in one of those smithies, I'm sure.
We'll see what tools he's dealing with. Come on, Henry.
Mamma mia! Anna, ma cosa stai facendo?
Giuseppe, you're supposed to be guarding the gate.
Signore dei cieli, vedi come mi tratta questa donna? Appena mi giro un attimo si attacca al primo cazzo che vede!
Ty kurwa nie widzisz, że ja tu chędożę?
Non sei uno dei nostri.
Mi dispiace, amico.
La ucciderò! E poi me stesso!
Giuseppe, no!
No. No.
Hai giurato che non mi avresti mai più fatto una cosa del genere! L'hai giurato!
Cosa stai blatterando? Non ho detto nulla del genere. When you fucked Lousy Mary, you too told me you'd never do it again.
Sono passati 5 anni!
That doesn't matter.
Quindi continui a vendicarti per questo? Per un solo fottutissimo passo falso?
2 fucking missteps, and yes, I will. I haven't enjoyed sleeping with you in a long time, you know.
È incredibile. È come parlare con un muro. No?
O mangi la minestra o salti dalla finestra.
Cosa? Che cosa intendi? Ah, capisco. Vuoi dire che ho sempre una scelta? Quindi dovrei tollerare l'infedeltà di mia moglie in bella vista. È questo che intendi? Io non posso. Non posso farlo, ovviamente. Ah, è questo che intendevi. Hai ragione. Non ci salto dalla finestra. È meglio che butti via la zuppa avariata.
But, Giuseppe...
Vattene via, donna infedele. Non voglio vederti mai più. Vattene! Adesso lasciatemi sedere qui da solo un momento, amici. Devo pensare ai prossimi passi. cosa ho fatto a chi?
What was that supposed to mean, Adder?
You were supposed to look for tools.
No i szukałem.
Ugh, you were using your own tool on the cook.
It was damn stupid.
I'd say so.
I would perhaps use a harsher term.
Ale nie musicie w kółko o tym mielić, nie? Co się stało, to się nie odstanie. Narzędzia mam. Także zabierzmy się do roboty.
To tell me you even found time to get to tools.
Bez pracy nie ma kołaczy.
At least he did something right.
Cicho! A teraz wszyscy pójdźmy do tej piwnicy i znajdźmy miejsce, gdzie łączy się z korytarzem. Ziszka ma stukać z drugiej strony ściany, więc chyba go usłyszymy.
Let's do it.
Nic.
It does not even make sense here.